Good morning, everybody on YouTube. Steve here with Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com. Thanks for checking out this show. In this live show, we're going to be discussing the best items to sell on eBay, and more specifically, men's ties. Yes, I said it. Men's used ties that sell on eBay for $30 to $100 plus. So I started selling clothing about 3 years ago. At one point, I was full time. I've sold over $100,000 in gross sales, uh, more than that over the last 3 years. And there's a lot of money to be made with clothing. Not only traditional dress shirts, blazers, suits, sport coats, jackets, shorts, jeans, stuff like that, but also accessories like belts, scarves, and men's ties. So we're going to be going through the sold listings right now and checking out the best ties that sell on eBay. So you can go out there to thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets, find these items and make some money. So I'm only going to be able to interact with you guys for about 30 minutes, maybe a little more, as I've got some business plans to attend to after this, but want to give you guys some value and help you guys out as much as possible, because I get a lot of messages asking about ties. Can you make money? What are the best brands? So let's dive right into it. Before we jump into the show, let me make sure that the audio is working properly. So bear with me for one moment. All right, sounds like the audio is working well. Do want to let you guys know, if you are watching this right now live, on Friday, 12:18 Eastern Time, there is a live chat on the right-hand side of the screen. If you're on a desktop, if you look below on your mobile device, or if you're on an iPad, you can open up the comment section as well. Looks like we got the Bonafide Hustler in the house first. We got Newbie Silver Picker 1 saying second, Globy Giddy saying third, Anthony English right behind in third. Newbie Silver Picker 1, since I've got you guys without a ton of commenters, is there a large group presence in the Phoenix area? I'm not sure how many people in the green room live out there. I did have this was probably like 4 or 5 months ago, I ran a green room event out there in Phoenix. We got about, I don't know, 10 or 15 people to show up, and a good handful of green room members. So if you are in the green room, just put a post out there, and I'm sure there's some people who can connect with you. Want to ask you guys right now to smash that like button if you are watching live. Looks like we got about 37 people watching live, 38. So smash that like button. I appreciate it. But without further ado, since I'm a little strapped for time, let's dive right into this show and start to cover some of these best-selling ties that you could sell on eBay for some profits. All right, so you should be able to see my screen right now, and we're looking only at ties that sold for $30 to $100 plus. You can do this yourself after the show by hitting pre-owned to find used, buy it now, U.S. only for the U.S. currency, and sold listings, and then hit in 30 in the first box and then blank in a second. So yeah, let's take a look at some of these ties which have sold. So this is a brand that does very well when it comes to selling ties on eBay. This brand is called Turnbull and Asser. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And let me take a look at the tag for you right here. There you go. This is what you want to be looking for right there. Turn Bull and Asser, Asser, made in England right here. Now, one thing I want to say about ties is, from my experience, they're going to differ in price. Even if it's the same brand, it's going to differ in price based on the design, the length, the material. So just know that. Take each price with a grain of salt. You're always going to have to do more research. But this is a great brand right here. 100% silk tie. Nice design, nice color. I like it. It stands out. One thing I want you guys to pay attention to as well is, how are these sellers taking pictures, right? This is how I used to always take pictures of my ties. Right here, you kind of roll up the main part of the tie into a bundle, and then you have the end just kind of hanging off like that. Looks really nice and clean. The next brand that has sold, and this is a brand that I've actually never found this brand before. I don't think I have. The brand is Hermes. Hermes, a very high-end, expensive tie, an expensive brand right here. This is probably the #1 brand, I'd say, when it comes to ties, if you want to make consistent profits. Now, this is going to be one of the more challenging, harder to come across brands when it comes to ties, Hermes. But you're going to see based on these sold listings when we continue to go through them that these things do very, very well. Let me show you the tag so you can be familiar with it. There's one portion of it, made in France. There you go. So this is a Paris brand, Hermes. Yeah, nice item right there. Again, I've never found one, so I haven't, like, I'm sure if I was to touch it and hold it, I'd be like, wow, this is super high quality. But I've actually never felt one in real life. So looks like this thing's actually torn up. Does it look like that thing's ripped up a little bit? Let me see what the description says. This gorgeous tie needs a little TLC from a seamstress. The fabric is in excellent condition, but is coming unsewn in areas, and the lining is a little lumpy in a couple spots. Check this out, guys. This thing's torn up. Look at it. It literally is torn up, and it's sold for $59.99. Someone is helping me to pronounce this brand. So Hermes is pronounced Hermes. So is that how the whole brand? So is the H silent? Hermes? The H is silent. Okay, cool. So California Pickin', thank you for the pronunciation uh, assistance. Hermes. So very cool. $59.99, all torn up. Here's a brand that it's kind of all over the place when it comes to clothing. Ted Baker, we've got a London brand right here. This brand seems to do pretty well with ties. When it comes to dress shirts and even like jeans and stuff like that, it's all over the place. Sometimes it does really well, other times it doesn't. It's not one of those brands that in my eyes has like the craziest, like most amazing following behind it. I feel like there's like a select group of people who really love it, and then there's a lot of people who are like, I don't know. That's just the vibe I get from this brand. But the brand is Ted Baker. It definitely is a higher end, more expensive brand. But here you go. Here's the tag right here. A lot of times with like the men's clothing and stuff, the dress shirts, you'll see this design right here. You see that kind of colorful design. They have a lot of those like French cuff shirts like that, or like a crazy looking pattern within the collar. Let's actually open up another tab and go to eBay, and I'm going to type in Ted Baker ties under men's accessories, and I want to see what under pre-owned. I want to see what the other ties are doing, how they're doing within this brand. Because again, guys, I can't say it enough. All because you see one brand doing well within a pair of shorts or jeans or ties or scarves, it doesn't mean that everything's doing that well. There's so many factors that come into play with clothing. There's the length, the condition, the size, the design, the pattern, the material, the season. So yeah, let's dive into it. So this was a best offer under 37. That's what we saw. This only sold for 13 bucks, but even though it sold for 13, guys, there's still money to be made. And let me explain why. If any of you folks have a weigh and pay Goodwill in your area, and what that is it's kind of like a Goodwill that just discounts everything really heavily. It's a lot of times it's their leftover stuff that doesn't sell in their main stores, or just overflow that never even hit the store. So sometimes you could find amazing stuff there, and you pay by the pound based on the type of item and a few different criteria. But if you have one of those Goodwill weigh and pays in your area, you can get ties for a couple cents each, like literally 5 cents or 10 cents each, maybe even less. I've never utilized that strategy, but I've had people who have said, I kill it with ties at my weigh and pay. So, I mean, imagine if you paid, let's just say you pay 25 cents for a tie at a weigh and pay. To ship out a tie, it's probably going to be what? $2.50, because you're going to go first class. You're going to throw it in a poly bag. So let's just say it's, $2.50. Say you're in it for $3. Fees on 13 bucks is going to be, let's just say $2. So now you're up to $5. I mean, you still have $8 left to profit. So even at $13, and the key word is if, you can get it for super, super cheap, there's still good money. Now, say you get it for $1 or $2, you could still make $4 or $5. So the cool thing about ties, the one thing I really like most, is you can get them fairly cheap. They ship super, super easy. All you do is throw it in a poly bag. Not only do they ship easily, but they ship cheap because they're light and they're going to fall under that 1 pound limit. So you're going to ship first class. Another reason is they're easy to store, right? They're really easy to store. I mean, you could literally just take a box, put it in a poly bag or some type of bag and label it that way and just put like 100 of them in a little box so you can store them easily. And the margins are great because the shipping and the acquisition cost is so low typically. So I mean, here's an example: 13 bucks. If you were to get it for $1 or $2, you could still make money on that item right there, but not huge. As you see, there's going to be different ties within this brand that do better than others. This one with the cool little paisley design went for $21.99, $19.95, $11.51 with one bid, $2.99. One thing I want to say as well is if you sell ties at auction, there's a good chance that you're not going to get much money. I prefer to go the buy it now route, set it high, and just since they're so easy to store and so easy to ship, and a lot of these things are just timeless, really, because people always need ties and everyone has a different taste and a different flavor. I prefer to just go buy it now. So as you can see, some of these auctions don't really do that well, whereas the buy it nows are doing much better. I mean, here's a $20 buy it now with this orange uh, tie versus 99 cents for this one right here. So as you can see, the price is all over: 31.96 down to 9.99, up to 26 down to 8.50, back up to 1981 to 22.50. And then these are doing pretty well. So those are a few different ties that are doing decent within the Ted Baker brand. Let's continue down the list. Diesel, it's an awesome brand. So this is actually a brand that I don't hear anyone ever talking about. And again, this is somewhat similar to, I don't know the history about it. I don't really know much about this brand. XMI, I believe it's XMI Platinum. Let me take a look at the tag, or maybe it's just XMI. I may be getting confused with another brand. Let me open up another tab, but I believe it's XMI Platinum. It's been a while since I've messed with this brand, XMI Platinum tie. Yes. So this brand is again kind of like Ted Baker. Some of them do really, really well, and you're gonna see firsthand, and other ones don't do as well. And you'll find these things out there. So, for example, $16.95, which in my opinion, even at $16, you have a lot of room for profit there. 19.99. Here's a whole lot of ties with some other brands in it. Here you go, $24.99 for this XMI Platinum men's tie right here. I mean, that's a great price to get for a tie, considering how cheap it is to acquire. Let's try to find some that went for more than 20s. Let's see if there's. Here you go. Check this out. This is a beauty right here. XMI Platinum. Very nice looking tie. Look at the color. I mean, that thing is just popping out. It is screaming quality all day long. 35 buckaroos on that puppy right there. Let's see if we can take a look at the tag. So there's the tag, XMI Platinum. Again, be careful with this brand. Some of them do really poor. Others do very, very well. Okay, let's X out of here. Let's continue looking down. Gianni Versace, we all know that brand right there. Ermenegildo Yegna does very well within the ties. A lot of these Italian upper end Italian brands do well. Ermenegildo Yegna, Canali, of course, Versace. If you can ever find a Gucci, that will do well. Not too much detail, but $49.99 may have been a best offer on that. Let me jump into the comments real quick and see what you folks are chit-chatting about. Let's see if I can answer some question. Does Robert Graham make ties? You know what? I'm not 100% sure. I want to say yes. If I had to guess, I would say yes. Let's take a look. Do they make ties? Bada bing, bada boom. They do. Wow, cool. I've never come across a Robert Graham tie, I don't believe. Let's go to highest first and see what we want to be looking out for. Let's go used, because we're probably not going to find new tags. So these seem to do okay. I mean, $34.95, $34.50, $30. Pay attention to the details. Pay attention to the pattern. Pay attention to how these sellers are creating that front image. Check it out. I've seen a lot of sellers do their front image for the ties like this. They'll do they'll flip the tie upside down and kind of show the bottom design with the inner design as well. So that's not a bad way to take pictures. But again, I prefer to take pictures like this. I don't know. It looks more professional. One thing you want to make sure when you take your picture of the tie, do it against a solid background. It makes it pop out so much more. I don't really like this background. There's a sheet. It's kind of all wrinkled up. It just doesn't look super professional to me, but it is what it is. I'm being a little too picky. All right, let's go back to the ties and see what else is selling to get you guys in a position to start finding some ties. Because I know you guys, I know after these videos, you get excited and you start looking. I've had so many messages behind the scenes. I found a ballpoint pen. I found this puzzle. I found this board game. I found this Ralph Lauren item. And it's just really cool and exciting to know that you guys are taking action. So congratulations to you. Some more Hermes ties, another Turnbull and Acer tie. So here's an Yves Saint Laurent, which is a French brand, I believe. I don't know if I've ever sold this brand before in terms of ties. I've done very well with this brand in terms of suits. Suits do very, very well. $48.38. Check out the tag. And again, guys, I wanna put this out there. Not each item within the brand is going to be created equally. There's so many different factors. So all because this sold for $48.38 doesn't mean that every other Yves Saint Laurent tie is going to do as well. There's so many factors. I can't say it enough. This is, okay, I'm going to share with you guys a little top-notch secret. This is a brand and specific model that does very, very well when it comes to ties. Robert Talbott, best of class. Listen up. The brand is Robert Talbott, and the style, the model is best of class. And I'll show you guys some more sold listings within this brand and model within about a minute. But check this out, guys. They make very nice ties. The colors pop. The material's nice. When you touch and feel this thing, you're going to say bada bing, bada boom. The profits are coming soon. Check this out. Typically, you'll see the best of class written right on there or on the actual tag. As you can see, Robert Talbott, best of class. These do well in lots. They do well sold as a single unit. And let me show you guys firsthand what I am talking about. Best of class tie. So here we go. I'm going to show you guys what is up. Let's go to used. Let's go to buy it now and sold. So here we go. I mean, this one was only $7.99, but this was $55, $59, $19.49. These are all in the 20s, $55, $81.18. Robert Talbott, best of class Nordstrom. Very cool. So as you can see, guys, I mean, these look at this design, guys. I mean, it's hard to explain in words, but if you study ties long enough, you're gonna notice right off the bat the designs do well. I mean, look at this thing, guys. It is so beautiful. $64.99. California picking. Great job pronouncing the Yegna name. Everybody says different names. They call it Zegna, Yegna, Vregna. Who knows? Who cares? I don't know. If you guys are in the business of pronouncing things correctly, that's all for you. But I'm in the business of making money, so it is what it is. Let's see. But I appreciate you, California picking. That wasn't a shot at you. It wasn't a shot at all. But thank you. Let's see what else is going on. The polka dots always do really well with the Robert Talbott brand. Within the best of class. All right, let's keep moving down. Here's another great brand, guys, to be on the lookout for. Not only with ties, but with shoes, with clothing. Gosh, I love this brand right here. Salvatore Ferragamo. Is that how you pronounce it? Who cares? $33. 33 bucks right there. Check it out. Made in Italy. Observe that. Respect it. Burn that into your brain right there. Salvatore Ferragamo. That's what it is. Ferragamo. I remember. Salvatore Ferragamo right there. Made in Italy. This brand does super well. What I'm going to do is copy that little puppy. I'm going to throw it back in. Why does it always do that? I don't know why. You can't copy anything on eBay without it throwing the whole entire hyperlink in. So let's try that one more time. Come on, eBay. Work with me. There we go. Salvatore Ferragamo ties. Let's go to sold and let me show you what this brand has in store for you. $19.99. Best offer under 90. $24.99. 33. This one went for $8.50, which again, you've got to be careful with the auctions, because if this person put it up at $19.99 or $29.99, I bet you they would have got it. You see, look, a lot of these, sometimes the auctions do well, but other times they fall below the surface and nobody bids on them. So $10.50 versus $41. It was the same seller, it looks like. Best offer under 40, best offer under $69.99. Check this puppy out, but this is brand new. $99.95, $29.94, $49, $22. I don't think I have to go any further. Pick up this brand if you come across it. The shoes do well also. Excuse me. All right. So I'm actually going to do a live show Wisconsin Thrift soon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have maybe 4 or 5 people in advance. I'm going to put out a post on Facebook or something. And I'm going to have people put out their eBay store name. And we're going to go through like 4 or 5 people's stores and analyze it. So make sure you're following me. And I'll put out a post or on Periscope or something like that. Wisconsin Thrift says, I sent my first 75 items to FBA yesterday. It took me over 4 hours and I was beat afterwards, assuming it gets easier as I learn the process. Yes, it does. Also, I'd look into, Inventory Lab. Make sure you have a handheld scanner. Those are things that could definitely speed up your process as time goes on. All right, I'm just looking at the comments. It looks like there's no more comments coming in. So let's continue. Again, guys, thanks for watching live. We're going to be on for about another 5 to 10 minutes. 51 people watching live. Be sure to smash that like button. Share this video on Facebook within your Facebook group and continue spreading the word because I have a lot more of these live shows going down. So if you're not a subscriber, subscribe as well because I've probably got another 100 ideas in the chamber in terms of live shows to do. So a lot more coming. All right, let's continue down. Let's start to go a little quicker and just kind of go through the brands. I don't know how to pronounce this brand right here, but I'm going to show you the tag. This brand does very, very well. Let me see. Darn it, doesn't show the tag, but this is it. ISAIA. Check it out. Check out this seller as well. Closet M. This guy kicks butt. He does very, very well. Let's keep moving. What else do we have? Vineyard Vines, my best friend. I love Vineyard Vines. This is a brand that does spectacular when it comes to selling ties on eBay. Check it out right there. Not only ties, but dress shirts, polo shirts. Look for the little whale, just like that. That's going to make you some money. And hats. Hats do well within this brand as well. Let's see. More Gianni Versace's. Hugo Boss does okay with ties. There's a lot of various models, though, so just be careful. I'd say choose a color that really stands out, that's bright, and a design that's a little funky with the Hugo Boss, and that could bring you in some good money. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We just hit the jackpot. I love this brand. Very rare, hard to come across, high-end Italian brand. Keaton, Kiton. Check out the tag, look at it, respect it. You find that brand and it's cheap, don't even look it up. There's no point. Just buy it. Anything you find in this brand, I don't care if it's a dress shirt, if it's a suit. If it's a suit, you're going to make a lot of money. A tie, a hat, I don't know what they make. If you find it, don't even look it up. If it's reasonable, just buy it. It's that good of a brand. Probably one of my top brands. See, as I said before, guys, these Hermes ties do extremely well. $39.99, $37, $43. Tawny, I would just look it up on YouTube. I know there's a lot of videos out there. I'm not really big into making like the technical videos. It's just I don't know. I don't enjoy them, and if I don't enjoy making a video, I just won't make it. I know myself well. So, I enjoy helping people, but if I'm not having fun helping people, I'm just not going to make the video. So, unfortunately, I'm not big into the technical videos, but there's got to be videos out there already. I know there are. Let's see. Louis Vuitton. Wow, $126 for this tie. That's crazy. I'm trying to find some more brands for you guys. Wow, I've never heard of this brand before. Did we just find a brand new brand on this live stream? Emilio Pucci? Linda's Stuff. Check out this store right here, Linda's Stuff. This was actually a lawyer who turned CEO, eBay seller, and look, she has over 500,000 reviews. She's $1 million seller right here. Check her out. She's been on interviews and stuff. Interesting. Let's look this up real quick. I got to get running, but let me copy that. Let's see if this works. Cool. I want to see if this brand does well. Okay, let's go down to sold listings. I've never heard of this brand before. Yes, 59, 12, 15, 19, 14, 30, 12, 29, 37, 75. Bada bing, bada boom. We just found a new brand that's going to make us some profit soon. Awesome. There we go. Stefano Ricci, I don't know, but best offer under $75. Gianni Versace. We have a Chanel tie. If you've got a wife or a girlfriend, there's a good chance she has a Chanel purse. High-end brand right there. Again, super high-end brand, Chanel, even Hermes, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. Just authenticate it first. Go on eBay, type in how do I authenticate this brand within this style of item, whether it's a tie or a dress shirt. And there's a lot of guides out there that will help you. There's another Chanel tie, more Chanel ties. It looks like somebody just lotted up all their Chanel ties. I mean, check this out, guys. 49, 39, 77, 52, 39. It cracks me up when people say you can't make money with ties. Yes, you can. You just have to find the right items. Now, you're not going to find them every single day, but look at the money that is being made on eBay. It's crazy, guys. Solka? I know I've seen this brand before. I've never found it. Let me open this up real quick. Let's take a look at the tag. Half the battle is just knowing what's profitable. Here we go. Sulka, made in France. Let's look this up real quick. Half the battles when you're flying through the tie rack, and usually there's like 100 of them all, bundled up together. The key is just to be able to recognize the tag. Like that's half the battle. So hopefully this is helping you to recognize the tag. 42 best offers under 19, best offers under 25, 24. So yeah, we've got ourselves a winner right here. Say anything that sells for over 15 bucks, you could typically make money on it, even if you sell it for 3. Here's a naked woman on a tie, 25.40. That's interesting to say the least. But yeah, another cool brand. So that's about it, guys. 12:43. I've got to get running. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me live. It's definitely a lot of fun. Let me show you guys something. If you want to get a free book right now that's going to be able to help you to learn about more items to buy and sell, head over to RaikenProfit.com/100 amazing items. You can see the link on the screen, or you can just go into the description. It's the first link we have. It's the free book, 100 amazing items to resell. Myself and 3 of my buddies who run the Green Room University, we created this free book for you guys. So be sure to get it right now. Just put in your email. We'll send it over to you. Download it, study it, and go to the thrift stores and garage sales and look for those items. Those are like our top 100 kind of like top secret, best items to be on the lookout for. So be sure to get that free guide, free download right to your phone. If you guys have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I mean, we've done a lot of videos lately, guys. We've done puzzles, we've done ballpoint pens, board games, clothing, dress shirts, glassware. We've done a lot of different topics. If you have any ideas for me, let me know in the comment section. Again, thanks for smashing that like button. I really appreciate it. We've had a good 50 people watching live this whole show, so that's really cool because I didn't market this at all. I just went right off the cuff and just said, I'm going live right now, and we talk about ties. If you guys haven't had a chance, check out my channel. I've been putting out a lot of videos, guys. I just put out a video yesterday. Actually, it went live this morning, sharing with you 9 unexpected items that I found at a consignment shop. A lot of people don't talk about consignment shops, including myself. I talk a lot about garage sales, thrift stores, pawn shops, retail stores, but I never really talk about consignment shops. And I walked into one yesterday just spontaneously and popped out a bunch of items. Found one item that I paid 12, which is probably going to go for like 90 or 100 bucks. So many crazy things that I found. So be sure to watch that video, guys. I just put it out on my channel this morning. Spring Cruise says, my goodness, I have so much to learn about men's clothing. Yeah, there's definitely a lot to know. And I'll do some more videos, guys. I'm thinking about doing a whole series around like specific brands. So for example, about a month ago, I did a whole live show on the best-selling Ralph Lauren items, and I went through all the best-selling items. Thinking about starting to do that with all the various brands, have one about Tommy Bahama, have one about Ermini Gildo Yegna, have one about, Turnbull and Asser, have one about, Gucci or Versace. I think it might be interesting to kind of just break down each brand and the best selling items within that brand. Matthew Mendez, what's up, Matthew? Consignment shops are great and not sourced too much at all. Man, Matthew, I went into this consignment shop yesterday and it was like jackpot city left and right. I mean, it looked like nobody had touched it. Nobody touched it. I mean, there's these like new in the box items just sitting there. So, you know, it was crazy. I didn't make thousands of dollars, but I'd probably make a couple $100 at the end of the day. So that was pretty cool. Spring Cruise is saying, yes, Tracy, I watched the puzzle one and I started seeing the brands he was talking about. It's all about education, guys. So I'm here to help you guys out. Not only do these videos help you, but to be honest, they help me as well. They really do. Not only do they help me to grow my channel more, which is awesome for me because I want to be able to help and influence more people, but helps me to learn about the best items. So when I go out to the thrift stores, I could find them and, beat out the competition. So it's a lot of fun, guys. Definitely a good time. Great idea. Maybe include authentication by brand. It's a good idea. My sister owns a consignment shop. LOL. I need to hit her up. Go over there and just snag up all the deals. That's the cool thing about reselling. Not everybody knows everything. If I ran a thrift shop or a pawn shop, or if I had my own garage sale, there'd be things that fall through the crack because I don't know everything, right? And the same goes with you, and the same goes with any consignment shop store owner or a pawn shop owner or anything like that. Monado Knight says, can't afford a smartphone and have to remember everything. Quite difficult. A little smiley face. When I first got started, I didn't have a smartphone either. I didn't have a smartphone for like the first 8 months of my reselling career. I swear to you, and it taught me to be able to remember what I studied while I was at home. So I don't think it's a bad idea to start without a smartphone, but you're really at a disadvantage. You're at a huge disadvantage without a smartphone. So I would look into it. I know there's some companies out there. My brother's very frugal. He's not cheap, but he's very frugal and smart with money. And he has a phone that is free. It's 100% free. It's a smartphone. He doesn't have to pay for like the $40 a month or anything because there's ads that run over it. So when he goes to call somebody, there's like a 30-second ad that plays before him. So it's kind of weird, but hey, there's ways to get a phone. There seems to be two types of consignment shops, high dollar and thrift. I agree with you there. The key is to just go into them and see, which ones have deals and which ones don't. It's the same with pawn shops, guys. I walk into pawn shops and I'm like, this is just ridiculous. There's no way I could buy anything. And I walk out and I don't go back again. What's going on, Scott? We got Old School Ace in the house saying, thanks for doing this one. Great topic, Steve. I appreciate it. So we got a green room member in the house. If you guys are a green room member, be sure to let us know. And if you guys didn't catch the show we did with green room member Jonathan Cleater Wednesday night, check that out. That was a spectacular video. And Jonathan's a green room member who's on pace to do well over $500,000 this year on Amazon FBA. He actually did $100,000 last month in gross sales, not all profits, but in gross sales. And we had the luxury of interviewing him for an hour. So check that video out as well. Tawny says, I tried to get my sister to do FBA, but she's hard-headed. Hey, it is what it is. That's our opportunity right there. Cleater rocked it. Green room rocks. Steve, get into the liquidation business where you buy everything in the house. I like my business model right now. And again, guys, I do a lot of other things besides reselling. So I've got to be very, very careful in terms of the businesses that I get into, and the time sucks, and liquidation and buying out estates is I just don't have the time for it. For you, it might work, but it's not really the lifestyle that I'm looking to create right now for myself. What carrier does he use? I don't remember, but I'm going to be seeing him soon, so I'll get you guys that information. Literally, it's a free phone, and the phone just runs ads. Anytime you make a call, or I think even if a call, no, not if a call comes through. Anytime he makes a call, ads run, and it's free, so it's pretty cool. Spring Cruise, what's going on, Mr. Cruz? I went to a consignment shop, and they wanted my firstborn. What? I have a question. If I am from Sazikali land, then can I sell on eBay or on Amazon? What land? I need to look this up right now. Is this a country? I got to look this up real quick, guys. I am very slow when it comes to certain things in life. Sazikali land. Where is this? This is pronounced Siki. I don't know, Romanian. I'm literally looking on Wikipedia right now. Anyways, guys, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know Amazon. I'm pretty sure you could sell on Amazon anywhere in the world, but you're gonna have to ship to where the warehouses are. So, for example, my buddy Cody Orgel, who is a green room member from Australia, he's gonna be selling on Amazon, but he has to ship everything to the United States to the warehouses over here, which is gonna add a huge amount of overhead in terms of shipping. So, not sure if it's gonna work for him or not. Yes, I have considered private label. I actually got into it, but it didn't work my first shot at it. But I plan on getting back into it. Hey, what's going on, girl? Is your name Tara or Tara? I want to say Tara. Good to see you, though. I recognize your little picture. Is it possible that some thrifts can somehow scramble cell signals? There are some thrifts where my phone just loses all signal. I don't think they're trying to scramble your cell phone so you can't look it up. I mean, that'd be stupid if they did that. But some places just don't have cell signal. I mean, there's a place in Connecticut. It's a town called Bristol, Connecticut. If you want, I know there was someone in Connecticut in the comments. If you ever go to the Savers in Bristol, Connecticut, there's absolutely zero cell signal. You have to go all the way to the corner of the store, and you get like a half a bar. I just think that they just don't have cell signal. It's the whole entire parking lot. The whole community over there is nothing. So that's why I have FBA scan. It is $40 a month, but it allows me to download the database to my phone prior, and I could still look things up that way. It's not 100% accurate because it's not live and it's running off of Amazon's API, and you're downloading the database at an earlier time, but it's better than having nothing. So definitely look into that. Haven't taken much action on my merch business, but I plan to as well. Cody needs to move to the States. I agree. When I scan an item, why does the shipping say $4.98? I'm not sure. Maybe you're looking at the merch offers. But anyways, guys, I got to run. Thanks for watching live. Have a great day. Again, be sure to check the description of this video. Get the free book, 100 Amazing Items to Resell. RaikenProfit.com/100 Amazing Items. If you're not already a subscriber, subscribe to this channel. And yeah, we're almost at 33,000 subscribers and about to hit 4 million views. So a lot of exciting things in the mix right now. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. You rock. I'll see you guys in the next video. And until then, have a great day. Keep on picking and making that money. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.